Did you know that scholarships are not enough? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Scholarships are not enough. They're great. They're helpful. I had a bunch of scholarships going to college, going to law school, and they help pay the bills, absolutely. But they are not enough.
I am at the Journey to Esquire graduation, and I am so inspired. I was the keynote speaker, but the speeches from the students really inspired me. The things that this organization is doing, and really seeing the law students, helping them to navigate, giving them the context and the confidence. I'm elated because my son is a junior at Bethune-Cookman University and he wants to go to law school. So I definitely want him to be a part of the program. The things that the group is doing and the way everybody talks so lovingly about Professor Joseline is amazing. It's just what we need. As hard as things are, and schools can be so overwhelming because you're one of thousands, to have a program that will pour into you, get to know you as a person, and give you what you need to succeed. There are not a lot like them, but I'm so happy to support. Now that I know about it, I will mentor, I will donate, because we need amazing attorneys. And it really is a journey. It's not you just graduate. It's a journey, and they are helping them to navigate that journey in a beautiful way. And I'm very appreciative.
Good morning, I'm Joseline Jean Louis Hardrick. I'm the founder and executive director of Diversity Access Pipeline, Inc., the nonprofit behind Journey to Esquire, the Scholarship and Leadership Program, the podcast, and the blog. And we are so excited to have you here with us today. We do scholarships differently. We do a lot of things differently. Did you see the little sketch artist out in the front? Is that cool?
Hi, I'm Holly Scoggins. I'm with Keepsake Studio. Me and my business partner, Brittany Ellerby, we run a live painting business, and as you can see here, we are doing live guest sketches for events and parties. We can cover up to 250 guests, and we do paintings of singles, couples, and we do a lot of weddings, so if you have a big event or an event like a wedding, we can paint most of the important VIPs or the guests of your event, and all of your guests get to take home a unique sketch. So an original work of art that is created on the spot in front of everyone. So it's not just a keepsake to take home and frame and put on the wall, but it's also live entertainment for your events.
We have a great gift for our scholars here in the front. They are going to be receiving customized poetry based on their presentation. So in case y'all weren't nervous enough.
Happy to be here and a little nervous for my presentation, but I'm sure it'll go well. I'm excited to be with my fellow classmates who are graduating.
I remember my first week of law school. I was a very open-minded, bright kid, and I wanted to explore different areas of law. I went to my professor, who I assumed was my mentor and someone who would encourage me. And I went to his office hours. I expressed my desire to, explore different areas of law. And one of my first experiences with him was him putting me down, kind of saying, focus on something else, go on a different path. And that really just had a negative, immediately out of the gate, first week of law school, had a huge impact on me. I have no family really in the law and legal area who could mentor me or guide me. So someone who I assumed would be a mentor and someone who I assumed would be guiding me immediately put me down and kind of set me on the path my first year of, okay, this is my area, my lane, I should just stick with it and be afraid to branch out. So the next 2 years of law school, my 1 and 2 year, focused on school, I stayed in my lane per se, and until I met Ms. Hardrick and Journey to Esquire really opened my eyes to the possibilities of what I can achieve. One of the first weeks of my program, we did a mental wellness seminar, and that was mind-blowing for me because to me, I'm the type of person who every day, if I'm not doing something in the legal field or studying or working or doing something, I feel like it's a waste of a day.
I'm gonna lay it all on the table. I remember one of the last things I said was like, welcome to Death Row Records, right? and And so I hang up from the interview and I call my sister and I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I did tell them welcome to Deadwood Records. And so, you know, she's like, that was awesome, you're awesome. And my older sister is like really super encouraging. And then I get into the program, and the program is everything that I have wanted throughout my entire journey in law school, like Anika said. All of the mentorship, all of the identity. Like, you look at Miss Joseline and you're like, oh my gosh, that's me. This is what I've been missing. This is the experience I've been missing throughout my entire legal education, of just being in a room full of people who understand me, who support me, who want to help me. And then if you tell Miss Joseline, like, hey, I wanna fly to the moon, she's like, oh, I know somebody. And she's in contact with that person, and then when you get in contact with that person, they actually speak to you about how to build the rocket ship to fly to the moon. So it's not just like on the surface fish. It's like, no, I know someone who can get you to the places that you want to be.
Throughout this school year, I had the opportunity to be paired with a mentor, Justice Peggy A. Quince, the first African-American woman to sit on Florida's highest court and the third female justice. She was also the only Supreme Court justice in Florida to be appointed simultaneously by more than one governor. So that just speaks to how inspirational she is, and just her qualifications are amazing. She's also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the first and the finest organization for women of color. So that's amazing that we had that connection, and she's been very inspirational. As I stated, she's just someone who also emphasized the importance of not making excuses, and that there's always going to be barriers, but you have to always overcome them and find a way around it.
So my friend Logan Jackson, and I put her picture up here, she was a previous scholar, like I mentioned, so she took the time, she sat me down, and she was telling me about her experience through the program, and she was encouraging me to apply. She figured that because it was a resource to her, that it could be a resource to me. And so I was like, well, of course, so I applied. I will say, I've never attended a module in the morning and felt like, wow, I could have spent my time doing something better. That's not a feeling that I ever had. Every time I left the module, I felt like, okay, wow, there's something there that I can apply in the real life.
If you call this woman, she gonna have the person who baked the cake, the brother who had the flour made, the man who grinded the sugar out. She know the person who packaged it, the brother from Amazon who dropped it off. I said, man, this woman here, bro, I can't thank Professor Hardrick enough. I came from criminal law my first year to where I'm at now. I was at a point where, bro, you know, I'm a fly on the wall, bro. I'm from the neighborhood. I'm not gonna say much. I'm just gonna watch you, bro. I don't do that anymore. I talk now. I'm happy now. I realize, bro, there's more to life than just what I went through. And me and her, is why she's so amazing. I had a conversation with her one time. Because, you know, I hide a lot of my stuff. I don't like to show people certain things. And me and her had a conversation, and I said something really light. Oh yeah, I spent 10 years in law school. Both my parents are dead. They died before I graduated. What did you just say? And I was like, yeah. Oh my God. And the way I said it, she was like, concerned. But I'm like, no, it's fine. It's been like that since I was 12, 11 years. It's normal. Oh my God, Brian. That turned into this. This is the children's book we're coming out with. From foster kid to football star, and it's my story. And I read it. I saw it the first time last week. I came to her podcast for her other books, and my wife will attest to this. Bro, we've had plenty of people that have tried to hustle me through my own story. Plenty of people. She didn't ask me nothing.
Your why really doesn't change. It may pivot a little bit, but if it changes a lot, then that wasn't your why. And sometimes you gotta dig down to find that why.
Hi, I'm Claudia Rickert-Isom, and I'm here today at the Journey to Esquire ceremonies, and I have been inspired. I think the 3 takeaways I could say that I have gotten today is that I can be better, I can do more, and you really truly never stop learning. I've learned so much from all of the speakers today, both the people who are graduating from the program and the chosen speakers who talked on their subject matters, which again spoke to me personally. I'm a senior judge with the 13th Judicial Circuit here in Tampa, Florida, and sometimes you feel like when you retire, you're done. But I don't think I am done. I think I need to listen to these speakers and think about myself as a possibility, as still becoming. So I want to thank Joseline for inviting me today and for providing such an inspiring experience for me.
Hey, it's Joseline Jean Louis Hardrick. I am here at the end of the Journey to Esquire class of 2024 graduation. I feel so good, inspired, proud, energized, passionate. First of all, I heard from the 5 students who are graduating the program who are scholars. Their talks were so personal to them. And we gave them coaching to make sure that their talks really stood out, and I could see the growth from when their first draft to what happened today. I saw the confidence that they came up with. I mean, we had people pivoting. We had sis coming off the plane onto the stage, and she handled it like a boss and was looking beautiful doing it. We had Brian Timms share a very, very personal story, lots of things, some things he haven't even shared before. And students are able to do that because we create this space that not only makes them feel safe, but they feel like they belong, and they feel like they'll be supported in what they say. Running themes from all the talks. I'm awesome, so yeah, we know that. What really stood out for them, though, was they all said if I needed something, I called Joseline, and she knew the information or knew someone who can get it to me. And the person she connected me with immediately got back to me. And they were surprised. Like, to me, I'm like, well, yeah, they want to help. But apparently that is not what's happening out in these, law school streets, right? A lot of them said that first and second year of law school, before they got into the program, they just felt a disconnect. They felt a disconnect. They had the grades, they had the LSAT, they got admitted like everybody else, but they're there like all of a sudden doubting themselves, feeling like they're imposters, feeling like no one is going through what they're going through, looking around, seeing nobody looks like them. Not just like racially and culturally, but just, being first generation or being from a poor family or being immigrants. They've all shared those stories, and then they came here and they're like, oh, there are people like me doing this, and they're willing to show me how to do it too. They got encouraged. Another running theme was the wellness. I'm surprised. I always think it's going to be something else. And they said wellness and legal writing. I'm like, first of all, legal writing, I thought that was going to be the boring one. Like, I don't want writing. But it's true, there's a gap. And as lawyers, we communicate, and writing is a big way. So if you do not do that well, people won't take you seriously, and they're picking up on that. And the wellness, they were all stressed out. Okay. Even though they're in their 3rd year wrapping up, they've been through it a couple of years. You just keep hitting these new challenges as you progress. And we were just the organization, the person, the people, the place they can go on this last leg of their journey to Esquire, right? So they're gonna graduate, they're gonna take the bar exam, we're gonna be there for them too, and then they're gonna get sworn in, and then they're gonna start working, and we're still gonna be there for them. And then as you saw, we had a lot of our alumni. They come back because they understand how important this was and how much of a game changer Journey to Esquire was for them. And so, every year I get tired just like everybody else. I got a full-time job, I got a hubby, I got 2 kids, I got a for-profit business, I got this nonprofit. And sometimes I'm like, man, can I do this one more time? And I come to something like this, I'm like, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. One more time and one more time again. So I'm going to see you next time, hopefully, for the Journey to Esquire class of 2025 and 2026 and 2027, right? We're looking for 3 things, so time, talent, treasure. That's how we make this work. So if you want to join us, go to journeytoesquire.com.